Hello everyone, my name is Sarafi and I'm happy to meet you all, and tonight Konami has dropped yet another entire deck. Great. Well, since I'm reviewing everything else in this box, I might as well give my thoughts here. Let's hope this doesn't take me 40 minutes again. What do we got? This is Heca, or Hex, or whatever it's called. Embrace the salvation of the Hecatoncheire. Okay. Beyond the farthest stars, beyond the pillar of creation, embrace the one true sublime. Wake cup. Okay. Oh, hold on. That's the problem. I have to actually select the article. Here we go. Okay. So there's a level 6 monster. Okay, so the Doomsy was Xyz. I believe Hecaton is fusion. So let's take a look here. Hecatoncheire Ibel, level 6 light illusion effect monster. Okay, now anytime that we talk about illusion monsters, we're going to be talking about Chimera, because Chimera is a fantastic illusion fusion deck. So I imagine this deck is going to be slotted right into Chimera if it's any good at all. Let's see what we got here. 6 standard attack, 2100 defense. Terrible for a level 6. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name each once per turn. You can reveal this card into your hand, shuffle it into the deck, then special summon one Hecatoncheire monster from your deck in defense position, except this monster. Okay, that's a cool idea. So it special summons any of your other monsters, but you have to have it in your hand. Seems fine as long as you can search it. A little bit of a roundabout. Maybe you have like a Rhoda, and rather than use the Rhoda to draw what you need, you draw this and then special summon what you need instead. Seems fine. A little bit convoluted, but illusions are like that. If this card battles a monster, neither monster can be destroyed by that battle. Typical illusion stuff. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Hecatoncheire monster in your graveyard, except Ibel, and special summon it. Oh, and that includes if it's sent to the graveyard as fusion material. Okay. That's really good. And so you you would definitely play Chimera Fusion on this, because this would allow you to revive your monster and then use Chimera as a chain block. Let me see. You can play Chimera Fusion with this card, right? Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a beast or a fiend. Okay, so the other monster has to be a beast or a fiend, but you can do it. Let's see. Chimera, the King of Phantom Beast. Chimera requires a beast and a fiend, so it doesn't allow for an illusion. You would have to make the other one. Baphomet, the mythical King of Phantom Beasts. That card does chain block as well, though. If it's fusion summon, you can send a beast, fiend, or illusion from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we have Hecatoncheire Yadel, level 6 light monster with 2100 attack and 1600 defense. Same stats, just reversed. 2100 is slightly better as attack than it is defense, but these are still poor stats. You can only use the first and third effects of this card's name once per turn. You can reveal this card in your hand, shuffle it into the deck, then add one Hecatoncheire spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. Rhoda for spells. Pretty good. This card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Hecatoncheire spell or trap in your graveyard and set it. Okay. So the question then becomes, if they have a fusion spell, is that fusion spell a quick spell? Because if it is, then setting it from your graveyard means that you can't use it. Since you're okay, so in the same way that setting a spell or trap from your deck lets you dodge Ash, I believe setting a spell and trap from your graveyard onto your field lets you dodge Ghost Spell. I believe. I am a judge, but Ghost Spell is not a card I see a lot. Yes. Yeah, so you can just dodge Ghost Spell with this, which is nice. This is a dark monster. It's level 7. Hecatoncheire Goddess. Level 7 dark illusion effect monster. 2300 attack, 2000 defense. Can they not? Oh, 2000 defense. Can they not like give any good stats in this archetype. I mean, I know that these are all going to be like not used for fighting, but it's nice if they can be. If a card is added to your opponent's hand except during the draw phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's good. Any card that lets you get advantage during your opponent's first turn is very, very good. If this card battles a monster, neither player can be destroyed by that battle. During your opponent's main phase, as a quick effect, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field, but banish it when it leaves the field. That is hilarious. So you have to take a risk here. You can allow yourself to summon a monster from your hand, which means if your opponent removes it from the field, you've essentially gone minus. But in exchange for that, you have basically like a DD Crow. But it's better than a DD Crow, because you can target one of your opponent's monsters and special summon it to your field. And if that monster has an effect that's useful to either player when it's summoned, which admittedly is not too many players, but it could be, then that would be really, really good for you. So, like if it's like a monster that says, when I'm summoned, draw a card, for example, which there are some monsters like that, then yeah, this would be really, really good. So this is a very interesting like hand trap type card for going second. I like it. Next up, we have Hecatoncheire Gygus. Level 7, Dark Illusion, 1200 attack, 2800 defense. Okay, that's at least a little bit better in terms of stats. Although defense doesn't really matter if neither monster can be destroyed by battle. I guess it means that you don't take as much piercing damage. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once each per turn. If a card is added to your opponent's hand except during the draw phase, you can special summon this card. During your main phase, you can excavate the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. You can special summon one excavated monster, also shuffle the rest back into the deck. If not, as this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. So now we're having 2 monsters that we just steal from our opponent. Interesting. This is a cute effect. I like it. Next up, we have Hecatoncheire Breus, which is a level 7 Dark Illusion monster, 2800 attack, 1300 defense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once each per turn. If a card is added to your opponent's hand outside of the draw phase, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase, you can look at one random card in your opponent's hand, and if it's a monster, you can special summon it to your field. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed with that battle. So that's 3 different level 7s that just steal cards from your opponent. One from their graveyard, one from their deck, and one from their hand. This reminds me a lot of Hecatoncheire, actually. Because they're all level 7, they're all the same type, and they all have the ability to special summon themselves under the same condition by punishing the opponent. And then they just get to like steal cards from the opponent. Yeah, this is very cool. I like this a lot, actually. Here's the fusion monster. Hecatoncheire Jaza. Oh no. 2400 attack, 2500 defense. This is an extra deck monster. I assume this is going to be one of our boss monsters. Why does it have terrible stats? What is going on here? Materials, 1 Hecatoncheire monster plus 1 illusion monster. Okay, good. Good. I like it that it is splashable in Chimera. Must either be fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by attributing 1 illusion monster and 1 face-up monster you control that was owned by your opponent. Okay. But if it's special summoned from your extra deck, it's not been fusion summoned, so that means that... does that count as properly summoning it? No, that doesn't. So you wouldn't be able to revive it. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. During your main phase, you can add 1 Hecatoncheire card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. This is not good. It's basically... This looks kind of like Goddess, right? When you see this card, you're kind of tempted to think, oh, you contribute a card that your opponent owns, so it's kind of like Goddess. No, not really, because you own the card at this point. So you put in the effort to special summon the monster. None of the cards that you use to special summon are like negating the cards or preventing them from attacking. You are literally giving up 2 monsters to play this card. Now, granted, one of your opponent's monsters might not necessarily be the most useful card to you, but your illusion monsters are pretty decent. And this effect is not that amazing. It does let you like search once per turn, which is pretty decent. but I mean, it's not going to kill your opponent. Unless we can upgrade this in some way. This seems weak. And we haven't seen a fusion spell yet either. Here we go. Okay. There we go. What is this, level 9? Hecatoncheire Xeno. Level 9 Dark Illusion Fusion Effect Monster. 3,400 attack, 3,500 defense. Materials, 3 Hecatoncheire monsters. Okay. Now we're talking. We have an actual boss monster. During the main phase, as a quick effect, you can look at the 2 random cards in your opponent's extra deck, and if you do, you can special summon one of them to your field. Now that is hilarious. Okay, that is literally Unicorn. It's just Unicorn, but it lets you take the monster instead of banishing it. It is random as opposed to being every card in their extra deck, but that's still really, really good. This is very similar to there's the new Mimigul card, the continuous spell. What is it called? The one that everyone memes on, but it's hilarious if it actually works. Mimigul Charm. This is very similar to Mimigul Charm, except it's on an extra deck monster, which makes it 8 times better. Yeah, it's a quick effect. If this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by that battle. I can understand why you would do that, because you're trying to stay on theme with the illusions, but it seems like an unnecessary weakness to put on a boss monster. You're going to need to beat one of your opponent's monsters in battle at some point. If this fusion summon card and its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can take control of any number of monsters they control that doesn't miss timing and it's permanent. And it doesn't target. That's disgusting. Okay, never mind. I didn't realize your game. That is insane. Okay. Now this card can't just cheat itself out. So I assume there's going to be a fusion spell here. It's a quick play spell. I knew it. You can't activate it if you set it from the graveyard. I hate this game. Why you gotta do this to me? Hecatoncheire Tartarus. Quick play spell card. Activate one of these effects, but you can only choose each effect of this card's name once per turn. If you control a Hecatoncheire monster, target one spell or trap your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Fusion summon one Hecatoncheire fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing its materials from your field and or your graveyard. If you use face-up monsters you control owned by your opponent, you can treat them as Hecatoncheire monsters. Okay. That is solid. That's a solid card. Yes, you could play Chimera Fusion, but you have a clear benefit to play the Hecatoncheire Tartarus in that it does let you... Oh wait, no. Actually, you couldn't play Chimera Fusion to make this guy because he requires 3 Hecatoncheire monsters. And Chimera Fusion does require that you use at least 1 Beast or Fiend. Okay, so you have to play this card anyway. It's a good card, though. It allows you to... It gives you a benefit to play your own deck. The Bounce a Speller Trap is cute, I guess. It is like a benefit to setting this card from the graveyard if you don't have another fusion summon that you're going to do. But since you can fusion summon by banishing from the graveyard, I feel like you'll always be able to continue fusion summoning. This is fun. Oh, there's a trap. Oh, it's a counter trap. Oh, I'm in. IBT Alt Hecatoncheire. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. When your opponent activates a monster effect and you control a Hecatoncheire monster, negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. Then you can special summon it to your field. Now that is a card. That's hilarious. Okay, so this is a so this turns any one of your Hecaton monsters into UDF. It's literally just UDF. But it works on it works on monsters that are in the graveyard or not in the graveyard. It works on monsters that are in the hand as well. So normally UDF can only take control of monsters that are face up on the field. This can pop monsters in the hand or in the on the field, and then you just take them. That's so cool. That's actually hilarious. I really like this card. Is that another counter trap? Yod al Hecatoncheire. When your opponent activates a spell or trap, and you control Hecatoncheire, negate the activation. If you do destroy that card, then you can set it to your field. Okay, hold on. So we have 3 different ways to steal our opponent's monsters. Then we can steal all of our opponent's monsters. Then we can steal more of their monsters. And now we can steal their spells and traps. I was saying earlier that it might not be that useful to you to take one of your opponent's monsters because they have effects that aren't relevant to you. If you're stealing this much of your opponent's deck, you can start to get some random synergies, man. It could start to build up. I'm just saying. This is actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. There's a limit to how much thievery you can do, and we're reaching the upper limits here. This is literally like stealing half your opponent's deck at this point, which is hilarious, I will say. Oh, Master Child Enchanter. Oh, it got reprinted? Eye of Illusion. Okay, so it's just telling us what the reprints are. Okay. So my thoughts. I mean, you have to remember that, any illusion deck gets to play Nightmare Illusionist, or whatever her name is. What is her name? Hold on. Nightmare Apprentice. Nightmare Apprentice, which literally can special summon herself as an inherent special summon by discarding 1 card, and then you get to add any illusion monster from your deck to your hand. And she's level 6. So, and then, like, a good portion of these are level 6 as well. So you can Xyz summon and make Lars. So you have easy Lars access. You have a searchable fusion spell that could also get you a counter trap that steals your opponent's cards. I was absolutely wrong, by the way. Okay, hold on. I need to back up. This card is insane. I apologize. I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know. Since you're going to be special summoning this card as opposed to fusion summoning it, you can't bring it back. Is searching 1 card from your deck really all that useful to you if it gets destroyed in the turn that you summon it? Yes. Searching a counter trap that steals one of your opponent's cards, whether it's a spell or trap or a monster, is amazing. This card is top tier. I'm sorry about your stats. Hopefully we can get those fixed. Fantastic card. Stealing literally everything is amazing. This deck is 10 times better than the Doom Z deck that I talked about yesterday. Because the Doom deck that I talked about yesterday was only good because it could use Galaxy Tomahawk. Its actual cards were, I mean, it had 1 good monster, but for the most part they were pretty mediocre. These cards actually completely control the board. This reminds me of a lot of Mitsurugi. I played against Mitsurugi on stream, and it was just like, it was a constant looping of rituals and controlling the board and bringing themselves back, and I felt like I could not get ahead in those games. And this deck feels like it's exactly the same thing, where you're going to be facing up against like 3 or 4 illusion monsters that can't be destroyed in battle, no matter what you do, and then they also just steal everything from you. Like, they steal your monsters from your hand, they steal monsters from your deck, they steal monsters from your graveyard, they steal monsters from your extra deck, and then if you try and activate a monster effect, not only does your effect get negated, your monster gets destroyed, they steal that too. So, the only real problem is going to be that you run out of board space. You run out of board space for all your opponent's stuff. That's amazing. We're gonna have to cook. I actually feel like, because this doesn't lock you, right? I don't think there's a single card in here that locked us to fusion. Let me verify. We're going all the way back up to the top. Ibel, nothing. Yadel, nothing. Goddess, nothing. Nothing. Of course you don't get locked because you're constantly stealing your opponent's stuff. It makes sense for them to have no locks because they don't want to lose the ability to summon like your opponent's stuff. But you don't get locked out of your own extra deck either. Yeah, this is crazy. Okay, so this is literally like, since you can't get locked, you can literally just like take 4 of your opponent's monsters and just make Access Code Talker. That's disgusting. That's actually absurd to think about. Like just making like stealing so many of your opponent's cards and just linking them off into like linking them off into a like an IP Masquerena and then up into a Nightmare Unicorn, bounce something, then go into Access Code Talker. You literally just use everything your opponent has, and then you still have your own board as well. That's just stupid. I feel like this is going to be a really good deck. I am so hyped for this. Yeah, look forward to me playing this deck. Actually, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna cook right now. Why not? This is for Starboy. Starboy has asked me to make like my own profiles on things. I'm confident that I could make a deck that's pretty decent just by looking at these cards. So I'm just gonna build it. Let's see here. Am I not allowed to do a deck builder on? There it is, deck builder. Okay. Deck builder on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. All right. Hecaton. OCG? It's not there yet. Okay. Hold on. How can we do this then? All right, 1 second. Ebel, specials from deck, anything. Doesn't negate it. 3 of. Easy. Searches your counter traps or your fusion spells. 3 of. Easy. Steals a monster from your opponent's graveyard as a quick effect. 3 of. Easy. Steals a monster from the top of your opponent's deck during your turn only. But you are playing fusions. Three of, because we're going to be playing rank 7s. Breus steals a card from your opponent's hand. 3 of, easy. Jaza is a 2 of. Solid, good card. Xeno is a 1 of. Tartarus is searchable. Tartarus is searchable, but you but it's also like a search card since it can be used to make your other search card, the fusion monster. So I feel like this is a 3 of. Can you recycle these? You can. 1 of on both the counter traps. So what does that put us at? 1, 2, 5, 3 an extra, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20. Okay. We need 10 hand traps. We're going to play 3 Ash. What are people playing these days? Probably, I assume probably Lancia, right? TCG, 3 Ash, 3 Fualos, 3 Droll, 1 Nib. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need Call by the Grave. Call by the Grave is for people with no backbone. All right. Extra deck. Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy, SP Little Knights, Access Code Talker, IP Masquerena, Nightmare Unicorn. We were at 20 cards, so we need 10 more cards. 3 copies of Nightmare Apprentice. I guess I should write this down since I can't put it in a deck builder. Hold on. I just pull up a notepad. All right. Notepad time. Let's go. All right. Hecatoncheire Ibel. Hecatoncheire Yadel. Hecatoncheire Goddess. Hecatoncheire Gygas. Hecatoncheire Breos. Hecatoncheire Jaza. Hecatoncheire Zeno. Oh, by the way, if you are going to say that the fusion card is not a 3 of, just know that I am the type of person who plays Chimera Fusion at 3. I know that not everyone does, but the people that don't lose more often because they don't have their fusion spell. Simple as. Blossom, Troll, Imperm, no, Flawless, Nibiru. Okay. And then we have Nightmare Apprentice. Three, 6, 8, 10, 13, 16, 17, 18. I thought it was at 20. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I am at 20. All right, yeah, so 20, 23, 26, 29, 30, 33. And then, probably 3 Mirror Sword Knights, 1 Gazelle, 1 Baphomet, 3 Chimera Fusion, 3, 6, 7, 8, 11. Okay, we'll go down to 2 Chimera Fusion. Okay, that's 40. There we go, that's 40 with 10 hand traps. I feel like that's solid. Okay, now for the extra deck, what was I talking about? Okay. SP Little Knights. Access code. IP Masquerena. Underworld Goddess of the Closed World, 100%. Because you just literally take your opponent's stuff, and then you just take like 3 of their cards, and 1 of your opponent's cards, and you just link them all off, and then you just negate all their stuff. Like literally, this is the most goddess deck that's ever. You know what? We're gonna play Beyond Moon to the Closed Heaven. This is literally the most goddess deck that's ever existed. You have to play goddess in this deck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go with Evolzar Lars. We need the Chimera cards. So Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts. I want to, or hold on. Chimera, the King of Phantom Beasts, yeah. And then Baphomet, the Mythical King of Phantom Beasts. and Guardian Chimera. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should we play Chimera the Illusion Beast? It's a little bit of a risk, but it does make sense since we're playing like a primarily illusion deck. Yeah, I think so. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, now we wanted to play some rank 7s. There's got to be some good rank 7s. I am a Hecatoncheire player, so I know that rank 7s exist, and they all suck. But there are a few, I'm sure. Hold on. What we got? I mean, number 11 Big Eye is an option, certainly. It feels like a real kick in the teeth to play this card in this deck, but yeah, absolutely. Just take more of your opponent's stuff. We're taking opponent's stuff from the extra deck, the hand, the main deck, and the graveyard. Let's also take it from the field. Why not? Man, these rank 7s are all terrible. It's really depressing. All right. So that's not great. All right, then we're not playing rank 7s. Are there any other good rank 6s? I mean, I don't want to just play Fiendsmith. But I guess no. We're not going to play Fiendsmith. All right. What are the link monsters we got? I know there are some good ones. Abao-Aq does require a fiend. We do play a couple of fiends. It special summons light and dark monsters from your graveyard. Yeah, I feel like Abao-Aq, the Lightless Shadow, absolutely could see play in this. Even though we don't have too many fiends, we'll just take our opponent's fiends. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Cool. There you go. That's the deck. Hold on. Let me grow this. That did nothing. That did nothing, Serafi. Are you kidding me? Font 20. Bam! Okay, hold on, let's see. There you go. This is the deck. Guaranteed you're going to see this at Worlds. I am a genius. All right, that's my take on this deck. My name is Serafi, and I was thrilled to have all of you guys with me.